get with you guys and kind of inform you guys. We made the decision to start Nick Mullens this week. Really, thought he came into the game the other day and demonstrated his ability to prepare and be ready to come in, play in rhythm. Was accurate with the ball, made great decisions, and I think as of where we are as an offense right now, it's about our execution with all 11 guys and Nick's comfort in our system. A lot of time on task, logged in our offense. I think will be a bonus for us to continue to hunt improvement coming off of last week and go try to be as efficient as we possibly can. It's been great to see him. He's healthy now. We've been able to kind of help him work through the low back injury, and he feels really, really good. He feels ready to go, which was a huge part of this decision, making sure that Nick felt really good about the out moving forward. As far as how we'll go into it at the quarterback position, we're still working through what we'll have all three players in uniform, but we're working through exactly what that will look like as far as the backup and the emergency third quarterback. I can update you guys on that a little bit later in the week. But with that, I'll take a couple questions.
So there's a chance Jaron Hall could be the number 2?
Yes.
How did you evaluate Jaron's half in Atlanta? What did you see?
Well, I think it was about, whatever it was, the 2 drives, about 12, 14 plays. I can't remember. But, he made a couple big-time plays. All the things we really liked about Jaron, showed up in that game. Empty, cloud corner, kind of traps a play, throws a whole shot down the sideline. Keeper game, his athleticism and ability to be accurate, kind of on the move. And then we saw some things, third down, down in the red zone where there were some growth moments for him as well. All he's done since he's been able to kind of overcome the little temporary setback with the concussion, he's come back and he's practiced really well. He's dialed in on his preparation, and that's really been regardless of circumstance where he's been at on the depth chart. It's very important to me and our coaching staff and really our organization that we keep pouring into Jaron, because we've got very strong feelings about the work he's done since he's gotten here, the improvement, and I still think he's working every single day with a great opportunity to continue improving, and I know when called upon, Jaron will be ready.
Where's Dobbs at with his comfort right now?
Yeah, I think Josh understands first and foremost. When we lost Kirk Cousins, we were 6-6. We were a 500 football team, and we're now a game over 500, and Josh, for the better part of 4 games and 3 quarters there, led us to 3 wins. And there's a lot of teams in this league that when they do lose their starter, it takes a lot to overcome that and continue pressing onward. The team we're playing this week, they're experiencing it right now, and Jake Browning's doing a lot of good things to lead them to some wins and at the right time of the year. So I think Josh understands the process and where we've been at. I think he has respect for the opportunity he had and some of the really good things that he did. But I think, in communicating with him and making sure he knows exactly what the thought process is, the idea was to make sure that there's full transparency with these guys. I do believe Nick Mullens gives us the best chance to win the football game this Saturday, and that's the decision we made.
Nick, in an alternate reality, Nick would have been the guy who replaced Kirk in Green Bay. And so do you see it in that regard just kind of a seamless transition in your offense, that you'll be able to do the things for the most part that you would have done had Kirk just kept playing?
Yeah, Kevin, there's a reason we went out and got Nick when we did, to really solidify that position. And anytime you're going out to try to find a quarterback that you feel like when he's one snap away can win you some football games, you look for certain traits. Nick has them all. I love everything about his preparation. He allows us to prepare with a plan and doesn't need a whole lot of reps to then go in and execute that plan. So between where he's at from a physical standpoint and health-wise, some of the things he was able to get in and do the other day, I think we're all really excited to see what Nick can do, with a week of preparation, even on a short week. I think Nick's going to have a great opportunity. Tough challenge, road game. Did some really nice things coming in the game the other day in that fourth quarter to help us solidify a chance to win it.
How much did that back injury, I guess, as you were figuring out options last week, how much did that factor into sticking with Josh and not going with Nick last week?
Yeah, it did, but it wasn't the whole the whole part of the decision. I told Josh I believed in him. I think we can win football games with Josh playing quarterback. He's proved that for us. It definitely went into it, and getting to see Nick get a little bit more work last week, and then obviously go out there and execute, our offense in rhythm at a really high level, and the understanding, running the show, kind of the feel of what our offense felt like with him in there, and some of those, big-time throws on third down, putting his back foot in the ground, and giving our guys a chance to make a play. And I think it was all positive to see, in a game we could still find a way to win despite our struggles for a lot of the day. And look, a lot of that, I look inward first. What can I do to make sure we avoid another day like that? It was as hard as it gets, considering the injuries and kind of the plan we went in, and then ultimately what we eventually had to kind of get to with losing JJ, our right tackle, BO, and Matty, and all those things. So I think it's a matter of whatever the circumstances are. We don't always get to control those things. We've got to continue to thrive around the quarterback position, still demand a high-level execution out of the other 10 guys. But there's a baseline there that we feel is important to make it all go and truly allow the other 10 guys in the huddle have opportunities to make plays. And we got to make them when they're there.